Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the very first episode on the Evolved Dads podcast. This is the video version of that podcast. Let's roll the intro. Okay. All right. Today's guest is a very close friend of mine. I've known him for a couple of years now. He's a dad like me. He's a dad of 2. I'm a dad of 3. So today, Andrew is going to be joining us. Let's give Andrew a call while we're doing the intro and yeah, we're going to be adding Andrew to the call. It's going to be just a light chat. All right, he's on.
Hello.
Hey, Andrew, how you doing, bro?
Good. What's up, Don?
I am well, thanks. Welcome to the Involved Dads podcast.
Thanks, my man. Thank you so much.
All right.
I'm sitting outside in the shade. I'm looking for spring.
Yeah, it seems spring is struggling to come to Joburg.
Hey, I'm telling you. I hope someone didn't eat the funding for spring. Now they're scrounging for money.
Anything is possible.
I had a joke. I had a joke the other day. I said, no, it's August, but there's no dust. If we do our research very well, we'll find the ANC. They chout the money for the dust. That's why the August does not have any dust.
Yeah, in Joburg, anything is possible these days.
I've been fighting a bit of a flu, so I'm just trying to sit in the sun and get some vitamin D, whatever.
It's important. So welcome to the podcast, man. Being a dad, best thing, scariest thing in your life, don't you think?
Yes, I'm telling you. You see, the thing is now that I'm a parent, I look at there was 5 of us, right?
Yes.
And I've got 2 now with 1 downloading.
Okay, wait a minute, Andrew. Let's just start from the very beginning. Introduce yourself. What do you do for a living? What's your situation there?
Okay, so I'm a facilitator, so I'm like a lecturer. I teach generic management, I make managers to be good managers.
Okay.
So that's what I teach. Then by the side, I'm a hustler. If you are looking for a canoe, I'll supply you a canoe. You're looking for the only thing I don't one of the things I don't do is nuclear weapons and human body parts. The rest I supply.
That is good.
So yeah, that's what I do. Married, and I have 3 kids.
How long have you been married?
2. We're going into 8 years now.
Whoa. Yeah. You have some information we need, my man.
I'm a case study.
You could save a life for a relationship.
What do you need? I got it. Whatever you need, I got it.
I know, right? All right, man. It's nice having a chat with somebody who's been in a relationship and a marriage for this long. I've also been married for 10 years now. This year, December, 10 years, believe it or not. Even I don't believe it sometimes.
Yeah.
What?
It's 10 years already, yeah?
All right, cool. So, as a dad, this podcast is mainly focused on being a dad and not really a husband. But anyway, all those items cannot really be separated. You know, you can't be one without the other.
Yeah. That's for sure.
What was your first reaction when you were told we are expecting? Or how did your wife break it down to you?
So for me, it was one of those, when you know your partner and you see health issues, they seem never to be ending. You know, today is a headache, tomorrow someone is vomiting, someone is doing that. So I pretty much knew. I was just waiting to be told that it's actually a confirmation that I'm pregnant. So I thought it was one of those things that I had planned how it was supposed to come out.
No, man, those things you don't plan; they just happen.
The script was wrong. I was given the 5-year script.
Oh, yeah, man.
it was a 3 year one. Yeah, but it was one of those when my wife told me, I already knew because obviously being around the world and some symptoms
some
and things
hint
like
signs and telltale signs. You know what they look like.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. Right. So but it was something that was very exciting. I didn't know what to expect, and what I knew was that it's a journey that we were going to start, and there was no script really. Yeah. We just go in, jump into the ocean same time.
100%. No, that's an amazing insight from your side. So tell me, you have 2 kids right now, and you mentioned that there's one in the way.
Yeah, so we've got the boy just turned 4. The first girl is 6. Then in November, I think first week of December or last week of November, then the new one is downloading.
Oh wow! Do you know if it's a boy or girl?
Yeah. We'll know closer to the time. We don't wanna.
Oh, you don't.
We're ready for anything, but just for the sake of buying. God. You know what I mean.
But then again, you already have 2. I know you've got a son and you've got a daughter, so you already covered whatever you get. You're not exactly.
Yeah, we know we're not gravitating toward each one, and I just hope it won't be something in between. It must be either or.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either. Yeah, but God is the one that gives. So when He gives, we will receive.
Okay, so as a dad, obviously you know that it's your job to teach your kids things. What is the one thing you hope and wish that they learn from you?
So something, I'm happy you asked this question because not too long ago, I was listening to Steve Harvey.
Yes.
And Steve Harvey says, I teach, he says he's got 7 kids, 5 girls and 2 boys.
Yes.
So he says, I've taught the boys to be, hardworking guys I teach them to be boys, to be their own girls. But not that I'm not worried about them, but I'm worried about the girls. So I teach the girls more than I teach the boys because then I teach them to be their own person. Yeah, very interesting. So he says, they're not going to leave my house until they are ready to leave.
To leave the house.
So it doesn't matter if you are 45 or 48.
Yes.
If you are not ready to leave, you're not going anywhere. And this is what I've been thinking about this week. You can imagine if my daughter, because she's the older one, if she goes to college, at 22, she comes and she says, I'm moving out. I'm going to get my own place.
Yes.
So from last week, I am not letting her out of my house until she's ready to move out. So it doesn't matter whether you are 22. If you're not ready, you're not going anywhere. So now I'm just trying to find out what does it mean to be ready. Because I don't want her going out.
Yes.
Then monthly she must go, no, I'm short on money for rent. I'm short on money for
come
this.
Back,
no.
Or I want this. Because the moment she then isn't comfortable asking you, she's now going to have to find other guys or people to... That's where the problem comes in.
That's where my problem is. So how then am I going to go this school that says, now you are ready, you can go? So I'm talking about financial stability. I'm not saying she must be a millionaire or she must have 400,000 to splurge on. I'm saying she must be comfortable enough to say, if I go stay by myself, the moment I pick up the phone and call my dad, it's for something that he needs to move heaven and earth for me.
100%.
Not things like, not things like, no, I'm short on rent. That means she's not ready. She must come back home. So nobody leaves my house until you are ready to move out. I think that's what, that for me is what I'm going to teach these guys. Because you complete school doesn't mean you must move out and go mess up out there. Yes, you go and mess up, but mess up when you are ready.
100%. Round of applause there for you. Tell me, what traditional dad things do you do, and when do you break tradition with your kids?
So traditional things for me, when we woke up in the morning, for example, I'm teaching my 6-year-old not to leave that room until you open the windows, 100%. You fold your curtains, 100%. And you make the beds. Then you can come out of there. And when you come out, it's not one of those you go straight to the TV. I mean, because TV is on 24/7.
It's not the same way it used to be when you were young. You had your TV ended at midnight, and then it started at
exactly
5 in the afternoon.
4:30. You've taken your bath, you've eaten your porridge. Now you are watching the clock for 5 o'clock for TV to start. No, these guys have got entertainment. I mean, we've got internet at the house.
24/7.
They've got gadgets. You know what I mean? So traditional thing for me is wake up in the morning, open your windows, open the curtains, make your beds, then go straight to brush your teeth. 100%. And I think it doesn't matter how old you get.
Those are
this
the
is
same
a traditional way of living.
Yes,
exactly.
I'll tell you something that my mom.
Some people, I'm happy you said value there. That's a very nice word to put in.
100%. My mom engraved this thing. You don't leave the bathtub without washing the bathtub. Once you've taken a bath, you don't just go and then say, "Let me go dress up." And then you don't leave the bathroom without washing the bathtub.
Yeah.
It seemed like a mean thing at the time, but now I'm like, wait a minute, this only makes sense.
That was worth a lot of knowledge. So it's exactly what I grew up with. Weekends are for cleaning. I posted something very funny yesterday on my WhatsApp status. I said, "What if Saturdays are for cleaning and listening to Deep House?"
That's all.
And my daughter was excited. She cleaned her room. We got you remember those days back in the day when you get shoes and you are polishing shoes?
Yes, you had to polish your shoes on Sundays so that Monday comes, you just jump into your shoes.
And so yesterday we had a shoe session. All the shoes out, we are cleaning shoes. So imagine if they learn that now as they grow up, it's something that they will live by. Your room is clean, your bed is done before you leave. So imagine you send these to college and they just wake up and leave the room like a ghost. And then you come back and you find, the room looking exactly like you left it, like a pigsty. But if you wake up and you clean it before you leave, that means you're coming back to a clean place.
Yeah. All right.
So I think this is you can't put a price tag on this. This is priceless. Everybody needs to learn this.
Tell me, I know, at least I have the privilege of knowing that you grew up with your dad at home, right?
Yes.
What are the things that you do differently from your dad? Because obviously we are raised in different times, the way we were raised and the way we are raising our kids. So what are the things that you're doing differently when raising your kids as compared to how your dad did it?
So that guy, that guy wasn't in the military, but he used to behave like military. That guy used to say, "No, I'm not your friend." Yeah, he says, "I'm not your friend, I'm your father."
All of them did.
He says, "I'm not your friend, I'm your father."
Yeah.
Then when he wants to be your friend, he's your friend. So
and you are like, wait, but you
the other day you said, "I'm not your friend." Now you want to take me to go and watch soccer. You know what I mean? You're confusing me. So what I'm doing now differently is that I'm telling my kids that I am their friend. One of the reasons I do that is because I want them to be open and tell me anything.
And everything.
Right? I don't want them to go tell a stranger out there or some cousin or something. They must know that dad is my friend. I can be open with dad.
Yeah.
And once we open that channel, I mean, there's nothing you can't tell me. If you're going through a breakup, you come, I'm your guy. We'll go sit by the counter and have a drink. Let's talk about this. So it's the friendship that I want to instill from the beginning and say we can talk about everything, but the respect must be there, of course.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. That is a very good point, and obviously it's a valid, somebody could learn from this, guys. So if you're listening for the very first time, this is a podcast for dads and also moms. You can jump in. We know you're listening. So pick up a few pointers, learn from a guy who's been a dad already for 8 years. First, he was a son for a very long time. So he's got some things that he wanted to input but couldn't. So now he's taking all that and putting them into his new relationship with his kids and teaching the kids how to do things. All right. Tell me, here's what do you hope your children? Do you want them to go into traditional work, or do you want them to find themselves? And what? How do you see? Because obviously they're still going by the old school principles that we went to, but now we know that that's not the only way to make it in life, right?
Yeah.
How do you want to steer your kids into finding their passion and themselves, and how are you doing that? How are you?
So for me, it's one of those. I haven't gotten it 100% right.
Nobody.
But I think because this is a journey. Yeah, true. Because this is a journey. Our journey with them, the education phase. We go through the education. We learn what we need to learn, and once we do the learning, the next thing for me is let them choose what they want to do. So in the learning, we learn how to be employed and how to do work and earn a living, and also how to create work and make sure others are earning from what you create. So I've done both, and I can be comfortable to say, if you want to go and work for ABSA all your life, go and work for ABSA all your life. Be happy, be content with what you're doing. If you want to be an entrepreneur, go and fail and try again, and fail and try again until you get it right. But just be happy in what you're going to do, and make sure that you're comfortable. To me, comfort is, don't owe people money. Don't owe institutions money.
Yes.
Make sure when you wake up in the morning, the first thing on your mind is, if they come for me, I'm in trouble. Or no. Your thing would be, I'm happy to wake up and I'm happy to do what I do.
Yes.
And you know how this thing is, when you love what you do, you work very little hours, because it's not work. It's love for what you do. So you don't actually work. You are just going through the experience, and money follows the experience.
Oh, that's amazing.
So to me, I want to teach them, go and study, but then do what makes you happy, makes you sleep at night, make money in the process.
So profound, man. Amazing. Okay, dad joke time. Obviously, we couldn't go without. Do you have some dad jokes for me? I got one for you. I've got one for you.
No, bring it on.
Listen.
Bring it on.
I'm afraid of the calendar. Do you know why?
Why?
Because its days are numbered.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's okay. No, I'm using that one tomorrow.
All right, man.
I'm starting to use that tomorrow. Great stuff.
So anyway, advice for not yet dads, upcoming dads, new dads. What have you learned, or what can you wish you knew earlier before you jumped into being a dad?
So for me, it's one of those, you think you are prepared until you realize you're not prepared. So just jump in, man. The scripts don't work. Just like babies are not born with a manual that says when they cry, go to, number 1.1.3, the solution is there. Or just Control Alt and delete and restart the baby. No, there's no script.
I wish.
There's nothing like you're ready.
Control Alt, delete.
I'm telling you, there's no reset button. You're not gonna find it. So just psych yourself and jump in and enjoy the journey.
No, 100%, man. If it was up to you, how many kids would you have?
I would have the same ones that I have now. 3. That's it. No downloading anymore. We're done here.
This last one came
we mustn't do. This one came with experience. This one is we must leave others to do their work and multiply. We've done our bit.
Yeah.
We can teach them. We can teach them everything. They must experience it by themselves.
True. Hey, brother, this has been an amazing...
but the reason for this is just there's energy levels.
Yes.
There's time. So you really want to just have a bit, so that you give them not 100%, but you have a good enough time with them. When you have 7, 8, it's very difficult.
It's hard.
It's very difficult to exactly. So because of time and experiences, just 3 is good so that we can grow
even
old
with
together.
my 2 kids that I have, where the other one is still a baby, I get it. I'm trying to be with this one, and the other one is also looking for attention. Now imagine 8 kids.
Exactly.
Imagine 10 kids.
Exactly.
All right.
Now, before you get into that favoritism thing, I think we keep it here. We'll stop here. When we get the memo, then we can increase. But right now, no, we're good here. We're good here.
Now, Andrew, it's been amazing talking to you. It's been a short chat, but at least we have said what we needed to say. And this is Involved Dads. We'll probably do more talks. I'm still trying to figure out what we're doing here. You know how it is.
No, not a problem. Let's. I hope one day we must just sit in a big man cave. When I finish my man cave, we can sit there and we have a lot more sessions. I think we have a lot to teach and we have a lot to learn as well. So looking forward to more chats, man. This is important.
100%. I got one last one for you. One last dad joke for you.
Bring it on.
All right, listen. How do you follow Will Smith in the snow?
I'm not. I hope it's got nothing to do with slaps, but bring it on.
No, you follow the Fresh Prince.
Oh, there we go. Nah, that's a good one.
All right, brother. Thank you very much for being an awesome guest and an amazing friend always, and a good dad. I know that your kids love you. I see the energy they have with you, and when you're around, I always see them light up. It's an amazing thing as a dad. It's a big, huge responsibility. You do it well.
Great stuff. Oh, thank you so much for that. We learn one day at a time. That's all that we can do. Just live one day at a time. Thanks a lot, Don. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, sir.
All right, cheers.
See you on the next one. Have a good one. All right, bye-bye.
And you too.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye.
All right, guys. That was Mr. Mphande. Andrew Mphande is a good friend of mine. He's a dad. We knew each other before the kids and through the kids. And it's been an amazing journey. And that was a chat with him, and I enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And can't wait to get more people on the podcast. If you want to be part of this, please inbox me, follow me, tell me that you want to be part of this. Let's just have a chat. If you've got dad jokes, I got dad jokes. I got plenty dad jokes. So let's do this. Let's have fun. It's been a good one. Have a good day. Signing out.